Good afternoon to all. Today we will be dealing with the topic of administration of nursing curriculum. Starting with the introduction part, nursing curriculum is a word curriculum derived from the Latin word that is curri. It means a runway. It is a runway on which the nursing education program runs. It is a blueprint of nursing education program. Definition: according to Florence Nightingale, curriculum may be defined as a systematic arrangement of some total of selected experience planned by a school or a college for a defined group of students to attain the aims of particular education program. That means curriculum is a plan or blueprint on which the students are provided with the practical experiences and the academic sessions. There are three phases involved in curriculum administration. Firstly, starting with planning, then organization and evaluation. Planning, dealing with planning. Planning means to plan what we have to provide to students in academic sessions and in practical sessions. Planning phase lays the foundation for all the curriculum development steps. The steps in this phase include is identify the issue, problem or need. Issues means what are the equipments or materials we need, the hospital areas, the problems which we can face in planning or in during the academic sessions. Form curriculum development team means recruitment of the faculty members, the staff members or the materials required. Conduct needs assessment and analysis means what are the needs assessment plans of the students, and analysis means the evaluation process. Organization of learning content. Curriculum design refers to how the curriculum content is organized and laid out for purpose of instruction. This is intended to accomplish orderly and meaningful coverage of content so as to bring about the cumulative effect of education in terms of residual and habitual learning. Organization of learning content means it is a prerequisite of any kind of instructional program. Means in each course of study we need subject, class or organizational purposes. So we have to organize that content in such a manner so that it can provide an education to students. Educational machinery of state government has to take chief responsibility. Means the policies or the educational policies or effective implementation, financing adequately the organization for educational programs or colleges. Means all the contents that we need in during the academic sessions are organized properly. Next, evaluation. Curriculum evaluation. In the evaluation plan, the school specify how they will determine whether or not the course and its components worked. Means it is the last step which we follow. During the evaluation process, we assess what we have achieved or what we have planned to achieve, that has been achieved or not. The evaluation process addresses both the course as a whole and the individual lessons and units within the course. Means in this we examine what the individual lessons we taught are fulfilled or not. The point of evaluation study is to compare the expectation of the course and the reality from teaching it. Means during the session the course or notes or teaching plans are provided. Then during the evaluation plan we evaluate whether they have provided knowledge or not. Some are the suggested activities during the curriculum administration. Plan and coordinate a visit by an outside evaluation team. Means inspection committees, for example, they visit the school or the college outside and known as evaluation team to inspect whether the college or school is following the policies or instructions or not. Review and revise the plan of action using the input of the outside evaluation team. Means what the evaluation team has instructed, we should review and revise the plan. Share evaluation results with staff and administration. Means the school or the college which are performing with collaboration should share their evaluation results through the conference or the meetings. Present completed plan of action to school committee or resources and supports. Means the curriculum administration runs through the collaboration of multiple or collaborative organization process. So they have to present each other the plan of action, what they are doing or what they have evaluated. Budgets for stipends for outside evaluation team. Certain budgets for stipends are provided for evaluation team. Provide any necessary clerical assistance. Clerical assistance means managing or organizing certain activities. What is the role of coordinator in educational purpose? The coordinator acts effective curriculum delivery. Means he or she should helps in effective curriculum delivery. Means she should help in effective curriculum delivery. Achievement of departmental goals. Means certain goals are specified to be attained during the academic sessions. So she should help to achieve the departmental goals. Learning outcomes. She should help to learn to students. She should help the students to learn. Meeting of targets and benchmarks. Meeting of target means to help in goal attainment, and benchmark means to certain comparative comparison to other organizations. Assist in screening and selecting faculty applications. She should help or assist in selecting faculties. Manage orientation, training and relocation for new faculties. Means she should help in or to orient, to train and to relocate. Relocation means to new organization. If certain faculty faculty members are bought, so she should help them to orient, train and relocate. Provide support and guidance to academic trainees. If new faculty members are there, so she should help to provide support and guidance. Collaborate with faculty to conduct new student workshops. If students are performing workshops, so she should help them. Assist in managing schedule, student payrolls, rooms and instructional supplies for workshops and other study programs. The coordinator should help in managing workshops. Payrolls means stipends, rooms or instructional supplies which are needed for workshops. Develop and manage comprehensive academic support programs. During the academic session, certain comprehensive means along with the academic session, certain comprehensive programs are also organized. So the coordinator should help and develop the program. Provide guidance to students on academic goals and educational issues. If during the academic session certain educational issues are coming, so the coordinator should provide guidance to students to overcome them. Assist students on course selection, study habits and career selection. If the students are facing some problems related to study habits or career selection, the coordinator should guide them. The coordinator should prepare and maintain student records according to district policies and administrative regulations. Work with parents means they provide guidance. Along with guidance, they also help in counseling. Work with parents, teachers and counselors to address students' behavioral, academic and other problems. Assist in updating lesson content and instruction methodology. Assist in development of training modules and programs. Coordinate with teachers and center coordinators to develop lesson plans and materials. Means the coordinator helps the student to provide good academic sessions. How do coordinators help in professional development of teachers? Means how coordinators help the teachers during collaborative learning. Teachers have opportunities to learn in a supportive community that organize curriculum across grade levels and subjects. When teachers and schools engage in high quality collaboration, it leads to better achievement gains in math and reading for students. In addition, teachers improve at greater rates when they work in schools with better collaboration quality. If the teachers are collaborating with others, team members or coordinators, so they can provide good academic sessions and help the students to attain the educational purposes. Links between curriculum assessment and professional learning decisions in context of teaching specific content. If the teacher is teaching specific contents, so there will be link between assessment and professional learning decisions. In active learning programs, teachers apply new knowledge and receive feedback with ongoing data to reflect how teaching practices influence student learning over time. Teachers apply new knowledges during the academic sessions and receive the feedbacks how it has affected the education with ongoing data. By collecting the data, he or she receives the feedback that how teaching practices influence the student. Deeper knowledge of the content and how to teach it. The collaborative learning helps the teacher by deeper knowledge of the contents and how to teach it. Sustained learning over multiple days and weeks. Sustained learning means at a particular time. The learning program, how it has been changed or how it can be changed after a time. Arrange teacher training workshops. Certain teacher training workshops are arranged. At last, the evaluation phase. Evaluation is defined as an effort involving collection, analysis and interpretation of data in order to judge the achievement of program's objective. Evaluation helps to identify whether the goal which had been decided have been achieved or not. The definition of evaluation. Evaluation is defined as the judgment of effectiveness of nursing care to meet client goals. In the phase of nurse, compare the client behavioral responses with predetermined client goals and outcome criteria. In nursing, how we can evaluate whether the patient has behavioral changes responses and the predetermined goals. Means first what we have assessed and what we have received after care. What are the purposes of the evaluation? The purpose of evaluation means it is essential for sound educational decision making. Means through the evaluation we can identify whether our decision making was good or not. to attain educational goals and ascertain have been reached or not. If we have certain goals, so through the evaluation process we can determine whether our goals has been reached or not. For adequate teaching learning situation, the, through the evaluation process the teacher identifies whether the student has learned or not. It clarifies aims of education. Through the curriculum of administration, it provides the blueprint to the academic sessions. So it clarifies the aims of education, helps in improvement of curriculum. Through the evaluation process we identifies whether the education provided was effective or not, appraises the status and changes in pupil behavior. It helps to change the behavior pattern and the attitude or status of the students. Familiarizes the teacher with the nature of pupil learning, development and progress. Through the evaluation, the teacher can identify the learning, development and process of the students. Purpose of evaluation in nursing education: to determine the level of knowledge and understanding of students. Evaluation process helps the teachers to identify the level or understanding level of students, to determine the level of students clinical performance. It also helps the teacher to identify whether the students clinical performance is students clinical performance requires more skill. To become aware of specific difficulties of individual students or of an entire class as a basis for further teaching. Through the evaluation process, the teacher identifies the individual students or the entire class whether they need further teaching or not. Certain principles of evaluation are as follows. Considering the interrelationship between objectives, instructions and learning experiences and evaluation. Evaluation process should have relationship between objective, means a plan should have specific objectives, certain instructions and then learning experiences. After that we can evaluate. Determining and clarifying what is to be evaluation. In the education evaluation program there should be specific objective, means the objective should be clear and determine what has to be evaluated. Selecting evaluation techniques in terms of objectives to be served. That also means that evaluation techniques should have objectives to be served. Combining a variety of evaluation techniques for comprehensive evaluation, means if a evaluation techniques has a varieties, then there should have comprehensive evaluation techniques, means along with that if certain specific objectives are arranged then there should have be comprehensive evaluation techniques. Knowing the strength and limitations of various evaluation techniques, means the evaluator should know the evaluation techniques. Taking evaluation as a mean to an end, not an end in itself, means during the administration phase, curriculum of administration, the evaluation should be done at the last, but it should not an end in itself. Evaluation has certain characteristics. Evaluation is a continuous process, means evaluation should be done in every step. If certain objectives are provided, then after that objectives evaluation should be done, means it is done in every step. whether the objective or the goal has been attained or not. Evaluation includes academic and non-academic subjects. Procedure for improving the product. Evaluation can be done during the academic sessions also and the non-academic sessions also. It is a procedure for improving the product, means it helps in providing better practical or the educational skills. It discovers the needs of the individual and designing learning experience that will solve these needs. It helps to discover the needs of the individual and to solve it. Evaluation is a purpose oriented, means it is purpose oriented. It helps or specifies the objective and then evaluation is done. Evaluation is of two types: formative evaluation and the summative evaluation. Formative evaluation is done at every step, but the summative evaluation is done after the academic session. Means the formative evaluation, it focus on the cause. It is a cause seeking, but the summative tends to stress on local effects. Starting with formative evaluation. The term formative denotes the ongoing or systematic assessment of a student. Means during the formative evaluation, we assess or evaluate the student step by step. Formative evaluation is used to monitor learning process during the instruction and to provide continuous feedback to both student and teacher concerning learning. It is cause seeking. It is interested in the broader experiences of the program users. Formative evaluation designs in exploration and flexible. It tends to ignore local effects of particular program. Means formative evaluation means the evaluation we do steps by steps. Means during the academic session, if the student performs the clinical skills or during the academic session in the educational purposes, we do evaluation, that is formative evaluation. Summative evaluation, it is a vertical dimension seeing whether the student has achieved educational objective. Summative evaluation, that is done, for example, at the annual, whether the student has achieved the educational objective or not. For example, grade, rank, select the student and also help in curriculum evaluation. For example, purpose, it may be for certification, determines the student's mastery on learning outcomes based on objective. It provides the certification, means it has reliable data. Formative versus summative evaluation. Formative evaluation is typically conducted during the development of a program or product, and it is conducted often more than one or in-house staff of the program with the intent to improve. Means formative evaluation जो है वो help करता है student को कि step by step वो अपने performance को improve करे. But in the summative evaluation क्या होता है, ये provide करता है information कि स्टूडेंट एट लास्ट अपना एकेडमिक सेशन में जो भी उसका एजुकेशनल एम या पर्पस था वो अचीव किया है कि नहीं. क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ इवैल्यूएशन. इवैल्यूएशन टेक्निक्स, क्वांटिटेटिव टेक्निक्स एंड द क्वालिटेटिव टेक्निक्स. क्वालिटेटिव टेक्निक्स, डीलिंग विद द क्वालिटेटिव टेक्निक्स. Quantitative techniques. The quantitative techniques, these are mainly used in educational evaluation. These are highly valid and reliable. They possess all three characteristics of criterion: test which includes appropriateness, effectiveness, and practical ability. The quantitative test can be classified into three types: oral technique, written technique, and the practical techniques. Means quantity, through the quantity or number or gradings we evaluate the student. In oral techniques, evaluation are used at lower level organizing and teaching activities. Means at the starting of the academic session, we evaluate the student by oral or viva techniques. Through the viva, we provide certain questions, debate or drama to evaluate the student. Written techniques. These include the written questions that are asked and student has to write their answers. The written questions that are asked and student has to write their answer. The written tests are most effective than oral test. These are usually essay type or objective type test. Means through the written test we evaluate the student whether she or he is having knowledge regarding that topic or not. Practical technique. Some work is assigned to the student to accomplish it. Such techniques are used to assess the skills. This technique is used in science. In the practical technique type of evaluation, some work are assigned. The students are provided with certain works which he or she has to be performed. Through that we evaluate the student whether she or he needs further learning skills. Qualitative techniques. These techniques are used in school and colleges for internal assessment. These techniques are subjective and less reliable, but they are used for assessing the effective objectives. These techniques are classified into 5 categories. These are qualitative techniques. These are further classified into 5 techniques: cumulative record, observation techniques, anecdotal records or the checklists, and rating scales. Cumulative record. We all know cumulative records are prepared in our colleges, prepared in school and colleges for each student. For each student, certain cumulative record of files are maintained. That includes the educational progress, our results of the test, attendance, participation in games, extracurricular activities, and physical health. These provides the data regarding the students about their progress and weakness to teachers and parents. Anecdotal records. These type of records maintain the description of significant event and performance of the students. How they are performing, the interest and learning of the students can be assessed with the help of such records. Through the anecdotal records, we can examine the interest of the students. Observation techniques. It is used in all stages of education, but most useful in evaluating the small children at primary level. They are used for the primary level students mostly, but in our nursing education, observation techniques are used. It is used for evaluating cognitive, affective, and psychomotor objectives. Checklist. This is used for evaluating the interest, attitude, and values of the students. It includes certain statement type questions, yes or no. The student has to check either of the two. Rating scale. Rating scale is used for assessing the attitude of the students towards teaching and subjects. It is used for higher classes because it requires the power of judgment of student. The student of scales are concerned with the specific objectives and learning. What all are the factors affecting the faculty and staff relationships? There are three factors which affect the faculty and the staff, their relationships. First, internal factors, external factors second, and the third one is environmental factors. In environmental factors means the environment or the place in which they are working. It should be safe working environment and ventilation and proper lighting. There should be proper ventilation and lighting, that they should not be disturbed. Internal factors means within the person or the staff or faculty. Internal factors such as stress, anxiety. The person should not be stressed. There should not be presence of any anxiety. Introvert personality means the mute or thoughtful person. He should not be a thoughtful person or the quiet or mute person. Life satisfaction, decision making skills of the person should be good. External factors means between the persons. There should be appreciation of work. There should be sense of responsibility. Every individual should participate in the program. Every individual should have self-esteem, mutual respect towards others. There should not be work overload, role ambiguity, and every employee should have morale. Relationships and workings together. Faculty staff and faculty staff relationships. The term faculty is an employee of the university who has instructional, advisory, evaluative, supervisory or other professional responsibility. Faculty refers to the individuals who give direct instruction to the students, means they are the members who give or direct the students directly. For example, instructor, assistant professor, associate professor, professor, lecturer, clinical professor, clinical supervisor, teaching assistant. These are the members who direct the students directly. Staff are the non-teaching members. They may be office workers, support people on campus. Faculty and staff relationship. Faculty and staff formed a partnership, means they form a partnership in order to provide the education. Purpose of the maintenance of the faculty staff relationship. Why the faculty and the staff should maintain good relationship. Best practices. If they are having best practices, then it encourages the students to provide positive communication and cooperation. Understanding the differing relationships between faculty and staff by better defining. If they are having good understanding, then they define the task well and become knowledgeable and avenues available. Means if they are having good relationship, then they can define the task or the missions or the values better. If the faculty and the staff are having better relationship, means they open or inclusive communication at the department. They can provide good communication skills level among faculty and the staff members. They can build awareness. They can the best practices were assessed within the context and the campus deeper environment where they were successfully implemented. Characteristics of the faculty staff relationship. They should treat each other with respect. There should be feeling of security. They should be comfortable. They should not be violent. They should be able to resolve conflicts. support each other, there should be trust on each other, they should communicate clearly and openly. Concept of faculty supervision. Supervision is a way of stimulating or guiding, means it is a way through which the supervisor provides the stimulus to the students. Faculty supervisors are either faculty members or educators who supervise, mentor and evaluate student teachers during the practicum blocks. The qualities of the faculty supervisor. The faculty supervisor who is supervising the teachers and the students should have effective communication skill, means she should have the good communication skill, so she can manage the communication between the student and the teachers and the faculty teachers. She should have good leadership qualities, empathy and compassion. She should able to resolve the conflicts. She should have the good ability to delegate, problem solving approaches, time. She should have good quality of time management, and she should be confident. What all are the responsibilities or duties of the faculty supervisor? Communication. Communication with the supervisors, peers or the subordinates to provide information, good information in written form, in the email or in the form of telephone. Training or teaching others. She should develop educational or training programs or classes and teaching or instructing others. Research, evaluate and prepare. She should have good evaluation and qualities regarding preparation of academic sessions. She should advise teaching and administrative. Staff in curriculum development use materials and equipments, implementation of state, federal programs and procedures. Monitors processes, materials and surroundings, monitors and reviewing information from materials, events or in the environment to detect or assess the problem. She should monitor whether the institution is having any environment problems, material problems or any problems regarding any information. Updating means she should keep up to date technically and applying new knowledge to job. Conference with members of educational committees and advisory groups means she should have conferences with the advisory groups to obtain knowledge of subject areas and to relate curriculum materials, specific subjects, individual student needs and occupational areas. She should develop instructional material used by educators and instructors, prepare purposeful budgets and program policies and goals. Research, evaluate and prepare recommendations on curriculum, instructional methods and materials for school systems. She should plan and conduct teacher training programs, conferences dealing with new classroom procedures, instructional materials, equipments and teaching aids. What is the role of faculty supervisor in clinical area? Means in the clinical area how a supervisor acts. Clinical experience has to be planned in advance to provide specific planned learning experience. Plan the course outline so that the theory can be correlated to practice. She should get permission from the clinical authorities. She should ensure that each student is aware of objectives and assignments of the criteria for evaluation. She should place and guide the students and orient them to the new clinical area. She should help the students for effective charting of records and reports. place and guide the students to get required clinical experience. Means the supervisor should place the students in the clinical area so that they can get good clinical experience. She should orient the students to the new clinical area, but she should participate in teaching and supervision programs she should arrange what teachings, for example for case presentation or case study. What is curriculum research in nursing? Curriculum in nursing means core human resolves around care of human being. Well planned and implemented curriculum ultimately improves the welfare of the society. If the curriculum research is performed in nursing, then कैसे अगर नर्सिंग में जो हमारा करिकुलम है उस पर रिसर्च होते हैं तो कैसे वो हमको हेल्प करेगा नर्सिंग पे. सो इट विल हेल्प टू इम्प्रूव द वेलफेयर ऑफ द सोसाइटी. Research area. What all are the research areas in nursing? Structure of the subject matter. Subject matter means what we are studying during the academic session. The placement of the teachers and the student in the clinical areas. Adequacy of the content. Contents means the educational or the syllabus which we are studying. The theory or the practical hours. Development of techniques to meet the psychological demands placed on the learner by various learning experiences. Means there should be research on techniques to meet the psychological demands of the learner, means the students. Development of AV aids, how the new AV aids or the how old AV aids affects the educational purpose and its effect on the subject matter. Organization of curriculum, how the curriculum of the education has been set up. Adaptation of curriculum organization, the organization should also be examined. Textbooks, there should be research in textbooks, analysis how for what they are and how they are by providing knowledge. Concept development on various subjects. Effectiveness of various teaching methods. Human relation means relationship between the human on the study habits of the students. Duration of duration of the college work. There should be timely revision and modernization of the curricula provided to the students. Teacher education and preparation. Timely the teacher education should also be done and prepared for the prepared them for teaching purpose. Syllabus and the curriculum and program. What are the issues which the research faces? Design curriculum is in tune with the philosophy of nursing education. Means what the design curriculum we are following or the new one, if the new one is designed, then it should be in the philosophy of nursing education, means related to nursing education. Curriculum planning to meet the individual differences of the pupils. Means if the new curriculum is to be planned, then it should prioritize every individuals. Curriculum be related to the needs of the developing nation and manpower requirements. It should be related to development of the nation and manpower required. Global needs and the demands, means all the needs and the demands should be kept in mind. Correlating theory and the practices, means the theory and the practices should be correlating. Scope of curriculum research, in which field or in which scope the research can be performed. In the nursing education, the education provided to the students, the practices which we are doing, and the administrative level and the research subject. Steps which are to be followed during the curriculum research. Firstly, collect the data. After that, collecting the data, read that. Then small group review should be done. Then large group comparison should be done. Then After comparison there should be revision of that. Then if required, then research should be developed. Then after the development of the research, then new revision consideration should be followed. Importance, what is the importance of research in nursing? Development of student and teacher and also society. If the new research has done in the curriculum, then it helps to develop the student, teacher and also the society. It provides the solution to the conditions and problems. If there are certain problems related to research or the curricula, then research helps to solve out that problems. Finding, research and development. What is the role of teacher? Consider factors within nursing curriculum and institution. Means considers, it helps to find out, analyze factors that we are facing during nursing curriculum and in institution. Adaptation of competency based curriculum. Ongoing process, develop the study plan to study. There are certain models of collaboration between education and services. Collaboration is the most formal organizational relationship involving shared authority and responsibility for planning, implementation and evaluation of a joint effort. Collaboration means along with the other members. It may be interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary. Collaborative means partnership between the educational institution and service agencies. Collaborative work or partnership means the educational institution works with the other agencies to meet the educational purpose or improve the health care. Types of collaboration. There are 4 types of collaboration. It may be interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary and the interprofessional discipline. Interdisciplinary means to indicate combining of 2 or more disciplines, professions, departments integrated for one plan formulation, usually in regard to practice, research, education or theory. Multidisciplinary refers to independent work making, such as when disciplines work side by side on a problem. Transdisciplinary means effects involve multiple disciplines sharing together their knowledge and skills across traditional disciplinary boundaries in accomplishing tasks or goals. Interprofessional collaboration means interaction of 2 or more disciplines involving professionals who work together. Why there is need of collaboration? Because there is a gap between nursing education and the nursing service. ग्रेजुएट नर्स ऑफन लैक प्रैक्टिकल स्किल्स. मीन जो ग्रेजुएट नर्स है उनके पास प्रैक्टिकल स्किल्स थोड़े कम हो जाते हैं. देयर सिग्निफिकेंट नॉलेज ऑफ नर्सिंग प्रोसेस एंड बिकॉज ऑफ देयर सिग्निफिकेंट नॉलेज ऑफ नर्सिंग प्रोसेस एंड थ्योरी. क्लियरली अ पार्टनरशिप बिटवीन nursing educators and hospital nursing personnel is essential to meet this challenge. There should be collaboration to meet the good health care. There are certain models of collaboration. For example, preceptorship model, mentorship model, lecturer practitioner model, research joint appointment. Clinical school of nursing model in 1995, dedicated education unit clinical teaching model 1999, research joint appointments clinical chair 2000, practice research model 2001. These are the models. ये मॉडल्स दिए गए हैं जिसके अकॉर्डिंग कोलैबोरेशन में वर्क करने से हेल्थ केयर को इम्प्रूव किया जा सकता है. Collaborative Clinical Educational Award Deakin 2003. The Collaborative Approach to Nursing Care 2006. We are dealing with certain models. Research Joint Appointments Clinical Chair 2000. A joint appointment have been defined by Lenz in 1994 as a formalized agreement between two institutions where an individual holds a position in each institution and carries out specific and defined responsibilities. According to this model, the two different members of the other institutions are working together to carry out specific or defined responsibilities. Research Joint Appointments 2000 के अकॉर्डिंग क्या था? इस the goal of this approach is to use the implementation of research finding as a basis for improving critical thinking and clinical decision making of nurses, according to which इस पे research किया गया कि how the clinical or critical thinking of the nurses can be improved. In collaboration models, there should be agreement between the two organizations, and the two members worked in collaboration to identify how they can improve the critical thinking and the decision making of the nurses. Practice research model. It is an innovative collaborative partnership agreement between Fremantle Hospital and Health Service in Western Australia. The partnership engages academics in the clinical setting in two formalized collaborative appointments. According to that, practice research model, it was a partnership agreement between the Fremantle Hospital and Health Service and Curtin University of Technology in Perth. इन दोनों इंस्टीट्यूशन के बीच मॉडल था collaborative partnership. There was a collaborative partnership. The partnership engages the academics in clinical setting, means the trainings of the students were formalized and assessed the health care of the patients. There are certain models, for example, the mentorship model. Mentoring means a development relationship in which a more experienced person helps a less experienced person. According to mentorship model, there was a model in which the more experienced person helps the less experienced person to work for job satisfaction or for a healthy workplace environment, for staff development, for career guidance. Mentoring provides retention by means of a personal relationship. Thank you to all for attending this session.